10 ways to find out if she's cheating on you. Nothing hurts quite as much as a broken heart. Being cheated on can hit you so hard, many times, it signals the end of a relationship. What could even be more difficult to cope with is the suspicion that your spouse could be cheating on you with someone else. If she's starting to act oddly, giving off vibes that were never there before, while showing less interest in you, sorry man, there just might be someone else in the picture. You should find out if she's cheating on you. And to help you with that, we've come up with 10 effective ways to find out if your girl is cheating on you. Number 10. Look out for complaints. When you usually start out in a relationship, you go through what we call the honeymoon phase, where you and your partner are all lovey-dovey, and you can't imagine your worlds without each other. She's the best thing to happen to you and the best human being in the world, in your estimation. Everything feels perfect and you tell yourself you couldn't have asked for a better girlfriend. If that's how you started, and suddenly you notice there is a change in her attitude towards you, then that could be a bad omen. Let's not jump the gun and conclude that her change in attitude means that she's cheating on you. But the reality is that, more often than not, when your spouse starts to cheat, it comes with a change of attitude, and more particularly, lots of complaining and nagging. If you suspect your wife or girlfriend is cheating on you, pay attention to the things she complains about. If she has formed a habit of complaining about you, the things you do that she doesn't like, and how you're not living up to her expectations as a partner, those are alarm bells, son. She could be trying to convince herself to blame her philandering ways on you. Number 9. Be updated about her schedule. As common as it is, cheating on one's spouse is not an easy thing. Apart from doing your utmost best to keep the affair under wraps, the cheating partner has to find a way to create time to accommodate their new love interest. So, if you suspect that your girlfriend is cheating on you, this is something you might want to explore to confirm if she is really spending time with another person. You'd have to pay close attention to her daily schedule. At every given time, you should have a good idea where your spouse is. Whether she's at work, at the gym, chilling at a friend's place, or having a night out with her pals. Once you notice that there's a sudden change in her schedule, that's a red flag. If she's spending long hours at work when she never used to do that, she might be up to something. Or if she suddenly has to travel a few times for work, something she never did before, that should be concerning. That said, these sudden changes may not be enough to conclude that she's cheating on you, but you'd want to investigate a bit further if you notice this trend. Number 8. Find out if she's beginning to pay more attention to her looks. Being in a new relationship comes with a desire to always want to look your best for the other person. But as your relationship develops, that eagerness to always look prim and proper would dwindle a little, especially after your partner has come to know the real you. So it becomes suspicious if your girlfriend suddenly begins to pay more attention to her appearance than she used to. She could be doing this because she's trying to look good for the other person. Again, this might not be the case, as she might genuinely be more particular about her looks just for herself alone. However, if you notice this change in behavior, you might choose to jokingly ask her about it and see how she responds. Number 7. Engage her in personal discussions. One of the bedrocks of successful relationships is communication. When couples spend more time talking to each other, they are more likely to build healthier and longer relationships. These communicative interactions on a mental level are key to building trust in a relationship. If you think your girlfriend is cheating on you, you can decide to put the trust between you two to a test by initiating a deeply personal conversation and watching how she reacts. If she stays guarded and is not willing to open up to you about personal stuff, especially if she had no such issues before, then that could mean that she's no longer secure around you, most likely because of the guilt that she has betrayed your trust. It often plays out this way because, for humans, it's not easy to open up to someone you have betrayed. Instead, you'll naturally keep a distance and stay guarded. Number 6. Examine your sexual relationship. If your girlfriend is no longer as eager as she used to be when it comes to sexual intimacy with you, this could be a red flag. Now, there could be other reasons why your partner may not be as intimate as she used to be. For instance, an increase in her work schedule at the office might be stressing her out, causing her to lose interest in being intimate with you. Or there could be a nagging issue on her mind. These are things you should try to find out, just to be sure. There's another side to this, though. In some cases, cheating partners could develop a higher sex drive when they start cheating. If you notice that she has suddenly become more affectionate, wants to have sex more often, and behaves very differently in bed, maybe trying out new styles and being more aggressive than usual. Those could be offshoots of the affair she's having with someone else. Number 5. Look for clues on her phone and social media accounts. If your spouse has no issues with you going through her phone, this should be easier for you. If she's having an affair with someone, there would be some trace of it on her phone, in her text messages, WhatsApp messages, or other direct messaging platforms on her social media accounts. Going through them could confirm or deny any suspicions you might have about her. That said, you should be a respectful spouse by respecting her privacy if she's not okay with you going through her messages. If you have a girlfriend who's protective of her phone, then you probably shouldn't consider following this suggestion. Number 4. Call her randomly or pay her random visits. Like we said earlier, having an affair demands making more time for the other person. As such, there will be times to catch your girlfriend unaware if she is truly cheating on you. This is especially easier to do if you are aware of her work schedule. For instance, you could call her during work breaks to ask what she's up to, or you could visit her yourself. If you do that and you find that she's missing at work and her whereabouts aren't known, then your suspicions may be true. Number 3. Try to initiate public displays of affection and watch how she reacts. It's normal for your girlfriend to start to pull away if she starts cheating, and one area where she does this is in the display of affection. Perhaps she doesn't kiss you nearly as much as she used to, or she doesn't hold your hands in public like she used to. However, most spouses won't want to turn down their partners in the open when they initiate public displays of affection. So you could use this to test her by trying to kiss her in public. For instance, if you notice she's a bit slow to respond and she's not into it, she just might be seeing someone else. Number 2. Hire a private investigator. One very effective way to find out if your girlfriend is cheating is to hire a private investigator who will monitor the movement of your spouse and report to you if she does anything suspicious or is found spending time with someone else. Number 1. Be upfront and ask her about it. Finally, and perhaps the most important way to find out if your girlfriend is cheating on you is to ask her. Of course, this is the most difficult route to take, but it could be the most rewarding, especially if you have forged a long, intimate relationship with your girlfriend. Being open and honest with yourselves is arguably the most important ingredient in any relationship. Instead of snooping around, checking her phones, and hiring PIs, you could just ask her. Pay attention to her response and watch for any clues that she may be lying to you. Be sure that you are not only ready to deal with the fallout of this discussion, but that you also have a line of action concerning what you intend to do depending on the outcome of the discussion. With that, we've come to the end of this video. Are there other tips you'd like to share? Kindly do so in the comments section. Thank you.